What's up YouTube, this is FJ, and today I wanted to make a video comparing two of the cheapest power banks that I found on Amazon.ca. So before this I was using a Ravpower power bank, which was 22,000 milliamp hours. This is the size of the bag that it came with, so it was pretty big and heavy, and I noticed that I never really used more than a quarter to a half amount of its capacity whenever I was charging like my phone or anything else that I needed to charge. So I thought maybe rather than getting another large brick, I would get two smaller, more portable ones. At the time, Amazon's choice and most recommended was the EAFU portable charger, compact 10,000 milliamp hours. I also looked up the SAFUEL power bank, 10,000 milliamp hours. Same price, $26.99, $26.99. And actually at the time when I look at my order details, the EAFU had a $2 coupon and the SAFUEL had a $4 coupon. These things kind of go through cycles, I think, based on their inventory. You might even find cheaper ones now. The INIU 10,000 milliamps, that's $22.99 right now. And there's an additional $5 coupon, only $17.99 for this guy. Had this been the deal at the time, I probably would have ordered this. I'm just here to talk to you first about SAFUEL and EAFU, and then we can go into the INIU later. Here are the boxes, EAFU here, SAFUEL there. This is the size difference. EAFU here, SAFUEL here. Fairly the same size. I tried to make them the same capacity right now, both 76%. Thickness wise, they're pretty similar as well. You can see two USB-A ports and a USB-C port on the top. Okay, they both come with their respective product manuals, and they both come with their own branded USB-A to USB-C cables. This one has a SAFUEL branding on it. This one has an EAFU branding on it. And they also each come with their own mesh baggie. The EAFU has branding on it included up there. The SAFUEL does not. They're basically identical. They look the same. When I look at the back of these chargers, the EAFU power bank says the output for the USB-C port is 3 amps, and the output for both USB-A ports is also 3 amps. When I look at the SAFUEL, 3 amps output for the USB-C, so it's the same. And then the USB-A ports are rated at 5 amps if it's a 4.5 volt, 4.5 amps at 5 volt, 2 amps, 1.5 volt. I don't really know what that means. I think depending on your model of phone or what you're charging, there's different voltage requirements. I'm only testing it on the Samsung S10 Plus. So first of all, I'm going to plug in the EAFU cable on the USB-A slot using their cable. Okay, so right now my phone is at 41%. Battery itself is currently at 76%. When I plug in the USB-C, it says an hour and 28 minutes until full. An hour and 28 minutes, 128. When I plug in the SAFUEL USB-A cable on the SAFUEL power bank, output 1, USB-A to the USB-C, it says an hour and 12 minutes until full charge. I'm at 41% on the phone. The EAFU says an hour and 28 minutes. The SAFUEL says an hour and 12 minutes. Not using the USB-A, what I have here is an Amazon USB-C to USB-C cable. You charge these banks through the USB-C port. When I use the USB-C cord on the EAFU, again, this was 1 hour and 28 minutes when I was using the USB-A. But when I use the USB-C, it says 1 hour and 22 minutes until full charge. If I use the SAFUEL and I plug that in USB-C, an hour and 12 minutes. So SAFUEL, USB-A, and USB-C, it's the same speed, 1 hour and 12 minutes. So the output on the USB-A ports and the USB-C port on the SAFUEL is the same speed. The EAFU on both accounts, the USB-A and USB-C, isn't as fast, but the USB-C is a little faster than the USB-A. So that's the EAFU. By that alone, guys, if that speed really matters to you, SAFUEL wins. In terms of capacity, I didn't really do like a full discharge test and then see which ones of these actually are 10,000 milliamp hours. This is a 4,000 milliamp hour phone battery. My phone was like fairly used up, and at the end of the night, I'd plug it in, and then when I woke up the next morning, they were both around half capacity I don't remember the exact numbers. I don't think that's the issue really with these banks. They're both rated at 10,000 milliamp hours. But I think it's more so a matter of high-speed charging. In that regard, I think the SAFUEL wins if that's the only thing you care about. So the EAFU has a built-in LED flashlight. Turns it off and on just by tapping it twice, turns it on. Tap it twice again, turns it off. I'd say that's pretty handy. That's definitely a lot more useful than what the SAFUEL offers. So this thing's got like a little drawer at the back, if you can see it there. Okay, so that slides out like that. So it's made to hold your phone while it's charging. If you want to like watch a video, a YouTube video or a movie, have it on a surface like that. It's made to hold your phone in place like that. Or I guess because the ports are on the top, I feel like they didn't really think that one through. Since the ports are on top, you end up having your phone probably opposite of what you would normally have it, to have both the charging port and the charging output of the block on the same side. So you just have the cable coming into the phone and then it sits like that. I don't know about you guys, but normally I feel like whenever I'm looking at a video landscape, I just have the ports on my right side when I'm looking at it, which is actually opposite. Just a little extra thing that you might want to consider. If you're doing like a FaceTime call, my camera's on the bottom right rather than at the top corner. So that was a little weird for me. In terms of feature, which one would I find more useful? I think the light. In terms of the display, I think SAFUEL looks nicer. You get this larger blank screen. The number is just a little bit bigger. It's not really that important though. Here's a little thing that I tested. When I plug in the USB cord on both, would they charge each other? So when I do USB-C to USB-C, the SAFUEL is the one that gets charged, not the EAFU. And I've tested this when one was higher capacity than the other, and I tested it the opposite way, when one was lower capacity than the other. When I do USB to USB-C, the SAFUEL is always the one that sucks the power. I found that interesting. You can also just charge them USB-A to EAFU's USB-C. And you'll notice there was that little bit of a glitch, guys. I've noticed that on EAFU. When I'm plugging in onto the USB-C, the display jumps up to 188 and then it starts counting up. A little display glitch that I noticed on the EAFU only. I'm gonna switch it over. When I plug the EAFU to charge the USB-C of the SAFUEL, plug that in. No display glitch, it just charges normally. In terms of these USB-C cables, they're pretty much identical as well. They're basically the same. So which one should you get? If you want the faster block, SAFUEL wins. So if you want it faster, you don't care about the light, the flashlight, SAFUEL wins. If you don't really care about several minutes, it's gonna charge your phone regardless. So if you don't really care so much about that extra speed, I would say that the flashlight is a lot more helpful than the stand. But then again, if you're using this to charge your phone, you have the flashlight on the phone anyway. At the time, they were $22.94 each. The SAFUEL had a $4 coupon, the EAFU had a $2 coupon, but now, as you can see on the website, they're both $26.99 each, so they probably have cleared out some of this inventory, and so now you're up to the INIU, $22.99, and then an extra $5 off with the coupon. The EAFU says made in China, Shenzhen, Topstar Industry, and the SAFUEL is made in China, Dongguan Lavana Technology. So both made in China. I bet you INIU probably also made in China. If you see it here, yeah, SAFUEL is not a bestseller. The EAFU was Amazon's choice. So when I first saw this, I ordered 2 of these and the order went over $35, free shipping. But the coupon only applies to 1. You can't actually use 2 of the same coupon. So then I decided to look up the SAFUEL. So I canceled the original order on 2 of the EAFUs, and then I ended up buying 1 SAFUEL and 1 EAFU. Each of them had their own coupon codes, free shipping for buying 2. Anyway, guys, that was probably a lot longer than you thought it would be, and you probably needed it to be, but there's the comparison between SAFUEL and EAFU. I do find it's a lot easier to use this light than the phone stand, but the SAFUEL is a faster charger. Does it really matter to me? No, not really. If I had a choice now, which one would I buy? I'm always going to buy the cheapest one, so I would probably recommend buying the INIU with a $5 coupon. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was a long video, but I hope that was helpful. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the next one comes out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.